Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I am Alex Hitchins, and I have something you need to hear. Here's a question we ask. Why high body count women struggle to get married, and what no one is willing to say out loud. Did you hear that? That's the title of the whole show. Why high body count women struggle to get married, and what no one is willing to say out loud. Well, that's why I'm here, because what you won't say out loud, I'm going to say out loud, and people need to understand that. I'm going to say something today that most people in this space either won't say or say wrong. This isn't about shaming anyone. This isn't about tearing women down. This is about telling the truth that serious men already know, and that no one is honest enough to say directly to you women what you need to hear. Okay? If you want to get married, if you generally want a good man to choose you, commit to you, and build a life with you, then body count matters. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why, with science to back it up. Ladies, there are two types of men out there. One type of man is the one that is willing to sleep with you, enjoy, have fun, add to the body count, but don't want to stay. That's basically how that is. We have tons of those out there. They'll oblige you. But then we have another guy. This man out there, he's done all the work. He's built something. He's emotionally ready. He knows what he wants. And when he looks at a woman, he's considering to marry somebody for life. He's not asking, is she attractive? He already knows she is. He is asking, did she save something for me? Or did she give everything away and now I'm supposed to settle for what's left? Remember now, the other guy who helped the body count, he's not married you either. He got what he wanted, he's left. But this one guy who's built everything and he's waiting, that's the one that seems to be feeling that he's getting leftovers. So here is what goes on in their heads. Ladies, men don't ignore your past. They use it to predict your future. Let me say it again for those who didn't hear that. Ladies, men do not ignore your past. They use it to predict your future. Think about it. Some key points to remember. Every choice you made in the past tells him something about the choice you made and the choices you will make in the future. He's going to ask himself, did she choose wisely? Did she choose intentionally? Or did she choose for whatever felt good in that moment? You know, fly by night, seat in my pants type thing. Oh, I do it because it feels good right now. But not in actuality, men are not looking for perfection. These men who are ready to marry are not looking for perfect women. They're looking for women who have shown evidence of discernment and restraint. That's right, because you may want to do something, doesn't mean it's time to do it. Okay? Think about it. Women that don't think about these things, they give all their adventurous years away. They give all the energy they have away openly, with nothing intended to go towards marriage. All the guys you slept with before, did your stuff, yeah, you gave it to them for free. Now you get the stable guy, the builder, the guy who says, I want to settle down and be with you. But that very phrase itself, settle down, says everything. Think about it. The man worth marrying doesn't want to be your plan B. Okay? He doesn't want to be the responsible choice after you've had your exciting and fun times. Everybody wants to be the first choice, the one you want to build towards, basically, not your fallback guy. And that's how most men feel when you meet women with a high body count. We're just a fallback. And that's not how you build a relationship. Now, there's a science behind all that. It's called pair bonding, and pair bonding is done through oxytocin. Oxytocin is released during physical intimacy between two partners. And the more you have partners, I should say, the more partners you have, it starts to dilute this bond. And over time, it's biologically proven it's harder for one person to attach with another. Happens in men as well, but it's more prevalent in women. So the more partners she has and the oxytocin level depletes, the less likely she can bond with somebody in the future and stay. That's why 80% of divorces are filed by women. And that's just something I'm telling you. High body count adds to that. Nothing I'm saying is out of the ordinary. Okay, this isn't a moral argument. I'm not telling you what's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what the research shows and what experienced men already know from watching patterns play out in women's lives. The woman who has been with 20 men has, over time, trained herself to just move on. That's just something she's done. She trained herself to detach, to start fresh each time. Those are called survival skills, but they're the opposite to what is necessary for a lasting marriage. So that multiple partners, it just trains her, not staying. And when they finally get the man that she says she wants, being that she's been trained to survive and start over, she won't stay. This last little discomfort that doesn't work, I'm out. And that's part of it. It does add. That's why the research shows women with multiple partners in scientific study has also shown that the divorce rate is higher with them as well. Just patterns. I'm not trying to be rude, but this is stuff you guys need to hear, because body count, as much as you don't want to talk about it, ladies, it matters. And yes, the guys are just as bad because they're not helping the situation by obliging you or forcing you or trying to guilt you into giving it to them. It's just part of the process. It's not a good process. But the thing about it is, if ladies hold strong and you hold firm, a man will have to respect that. Remember that. Women control sex. Men control relationships. You are the one that have the key to sex. They have the key to relationship. So if you hold yourself in dignity and this man is willing to wait and respect you, that's a good start. If he's not willing to wait, I would say, you know what, not the man. So look, I'm not here to make you feel bad about anything and where you've been. I'm here to tell you what you need to do next is completely in your hands. Exactly what I'm about to say is in your hand. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm going to let you know that if you're going to go out there and free willy nilly, there are consequences behind every action. Okay? I know women talk about men can do it, we can do it too. Yes, it's been said. I've heard it about 6 million times. Yes, it is true. But women and men are different and the outcomes are different. I just showed you biologically, oxytocin, it works on both partners, but it's more prevalent in women. It makes it hard for them to bond. That's just how it is. And at the end of the day, men who will oblige you are the same men in their hypocrisy who won't marry you because you have too many guys you've slept with. Yes, body count matters to men because they're thinking in their head, one woman and a train of guys behind taking turns. That's what they're thinking, even though you haven't done this. But when the number is high, that's what goes on. And I had a woman that came on, I think she was on TikTok, one of those videos, said she was a girl in the hood. Everybody was hitting it, and she got a high-valued man, a doctor that loves it. But she goes on camera and says this mess. That, to me, is not a person of high intellect. Even if you did, that need to be closed off. But what I'm trying to explain, ladies, is this. Body count does matter. Men may not say it out loud, but they think it in their minds. And all you women who are listening to these ridiculous feminists who are telling you this stupidity, go live your best life. Oh, sleep around, do what you want, enjoy. Nonsense. Because at the end of the day, yes, you are free to do that. Yes, you can have as much fun, as much guys as you want. That is your prerogative. But at the end of the day, there is a consequence to your actions and things you will have to live with. Okay. Number one, we have the possibility of sexually transmitted diseases. The higher the body count, the more likely you can catch something. That's just a bottom line fact. And most people who are supposed to be using protection, guess what? They're the ones that want to do abortions in every 10 minutes. Oh, I don't want to have this. That's a problem. If you're not having protection and you want to do abortion, it means you're risking yourself with these people. That's problem number one. Problem number two, okay, the oxytocin thing I talked about. You're physically depleting the ability to pair and bond with somebody in the future that you may want to stay with. It depletes it to the point where it doesn't really work anymore. And so you're not bonding. You can't be bonded to that man. And so when something goes wrong, like I said before, you just, I'm out. And the third thing is the social climate. Okay, this social climate we have now with the feminists telling these women you could be a girl boss, you can do your thing. No, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, it's just not working for me. And it's not good because high valued men, high caliber men want their women to represent them in a certain way. If the woman he has a history of being a streetwalker, and so to speak, not saying you are, just the history of being a 304, the things we talk about. He can't take it to one of his board meetings and say, listen, hon, take care of this. I'm going to take care of something else. Because you've already been seen in a negative light. How can you bring value to him when everybody in the street, Pookie didn't had you? So what you going to do for him? He can't take you to any upscale places because you've been on the internet showing your body. You can't represent him and make him look good if you've been doing things that are negative for yourself. Because once you partner with somebody, what you do is going to affect how they look. Everything you do, your past, everything is going to represent on them. And if you don't have a good representation in your past and it's all over the place, very few men want to deal with that. I'm just telling you what it is. So high body count, especially if it's visual, people seen it, people know about it, it's even worse. In the closet, unknown, good for you. But all you women with OnlyFans and all that stuff, good luck with that. Because it may make you money, may seem cool on top of the world, but no man, I'm telling you right now, no man wants to marry a woman that every single man out there can say, yo, I paid money and I saw her this, I saw her that, I saw her this. No. He's not going to deal with it. I wouldn't want it. I mean, imagine that. You marry a guy who has a $1 billion business and you're taking her to a dinner with all these upscale people. And more than half the guys in there say, yo, I saw her on the internet. She's shaking her this and shaking her that or doing certain things. His credibility and his stature just got shot down because of your past behavior. That's what men look out for. So I'm just trying to sound the alarm. There are other people who want to tell you this. I'm telling you this. You need to watch yourself. You are a woman, and women and men are not the same. The things men do that do not affect them adversely will affect you adversely because you are considered, I'm going to tell you this now, women are considered a prize to obtain. But the way you've thrown yourself at men, you've taken yourself off the pedestal. And now men are like, you're not worth the prize. You want to be the prize. You want to be known as the prize and treated as the prize. You need to behave as the prize. Behave as something that men desire and will pursue. And your integrity keeps them in the right place. That's all I'm saying. Because Kevin Samuels said this, and I'm going to laugh. You gave it up to all those guys on the street, somebody you never want to marry. You gave it up for free. Now the man that wants to marry you and spend life with you, you got to put a ring on it before he can get some. Think about that. I hear women do this. I'm not advocating all this sleeping around, but listen to how it sounds. You gave it up to all these guys for free. Now the one man wants to put a ring on it. That's what he has to do first before he can get it. He's not going to do it. He's going to look at you and laugh and walk off. All I'm saying, if you get nothing else from this video, is you need to hold yourself, ladies. Respect yourself, respect who you are, and every man will have to meet your standards or take a walk. I didn't say delusional standards, okay? You have to look at where you are and where you want. Same thing with men. Men, stop chasing women out of your league because it makes no sense. And buying them stuff will not get them to be with you. Unless you have a lot of money, of course. But at the end of the day, they're not with you. They're with your money. So when the money goes, they go. So guys, the women out there that's in your league, deal with women who are attracted to you. And not all of them you're going to like, but I guarantee you there's some nice ones out there that do like you. Stop looking for the ones that are out of your league. That's for the men. So I'm letting you know I'm not taking sides. I'm just being honest. Body count in men is not as bad as body count in women. And that's just a social thing. Women, hold yourself. Respect yourself. You are the prize. I'm telling you that. And you need to act like it or deal with the consequences. Until next time, Hitchins, signing out.